Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to Amarantus. Last time, we abducted some knights, some soldiers, I guess is the more appropriate term, and then they got murdered by a mysterious person in the woods. So, yeah, that was a bit, intense. So, now we're walking again. Oh, sorry. A little slippery underfoot. I may have come slightly unprepared. You, me, and us both. Stay quiet. No sign of danger. Oh, hold on. What was that? Yet. Okay, sorry. I just saw a little bit more. Can't hear anything, but you know we're being watched. It is, I will grant, a little spooky. I'm finally starting to come down, please. Don't set me off again. Keeps us alert. What do we even do if they judge that we're not worth it? Can we defend ourselves after they didn't put up a fight? We can try. It feels like we're being messed with. Well, that might be because we probably are. Do you think anyone will come back? I hope so. I imagine if that was all we ever saw. Or perhaps they'll send someone else instead. Someone friendly. I don't want someone else. I want that one. Okay. Well. I want them. I want to tear... Oh my gosh. I want to tear them to pieces. Are we supposed to be here finding an ally? They'll return if they see what they want. This is bullshit. Think they can watch us and judge us? They'll see what they can do with their expectations. Yeah, nah, let's talk about this. Whatever they're after, they think it's fair to expect, and they're almost disappointed to miss it. Some sort of cunning? Maybe we should be better pacifists? Maybe they don't think we have it in us. You're not ruthless enough. Yet. Duty. Responsibility. Really? Responsibility taken for choices made. It wasn't our killing to do. It wasn't their killing either. Do we need approval, anyway? Well, yes. Whoever they are, wherever they're from, they're your best chance. I suppose. Damn. I see. Marius yawns. Can we sit down for a bit and then breakfast? Just sitting down. 10 minutes. I suppose? Just sitting down, sure. Over there looks all leafy and fresh and soft. For sitting. Right. For sitting. We take a seat. Then a slump. Then we all fall asleep. Great. I can't sleep. There's something about still being awake right around dawn. Everything you've ever done feels like the worst possible decision you could have made. I wander a little way into the woods for reasons, and let my mind wander too. Okay. I'll fight for them all. I'll compromise for them. I'll put them first. For Muriel, for Marius, even maybe a little for Rayanne. I took those prisoners, so nobody would be upset. So they wouldn't be distressed. Right. Things didn't seem to go too well. Where are you going? I wake up to the dulcet tones of Marius throwing up into a bush. At least it looks like he managed to wash all the blood off. What does he even have in his stomach? Bile, mostly. Ugh. The Major is leaning against a tree, chin tucked against her chest. Rayanne is a huddled pile of blankets. Are those Muriel's skirts? Disgusting. Ready to move on your order. Do you need a moment, Marius? Walking it off might help. Or not. Oh boy. Oh, poor boy. Poor boy. Let's just go. Okay. Great! This part of the forest has seen better days. Ugh. So you said a thing, right? I say a lot of things. When our prisoners got dead, I said a lot of things. Maybe you didn't notice, but I didn't really have a speech prepared for... Don't care about that. When your buddy started throwing around accusations, you wouldn't let it go. Kept insisting you needed information. Had to check on me. Digging your teeth in. Like I owe you anything. Like you got a right to hear me out and not just believe me. I just needed to know where... Doesn't matter why you did it. You made me say right in front of all of them that I didn't. Like I'm someone you're gonna push around. So, straighten up. Am I a danger to you and your friends? I'm very sorry, man. I was distrusting. Honestly, I was too distrusting of you and I was too trusting of Muriel. No, I don't think you're a threat. I extend my hand. I get it. It's all posturing. You're trying to walk the walk, but deep down you really want to trust everyone, huh? I take back the shit I said. You're not worth my time. Excuse me? That could have gone better. Sure. We walk for another hour or two, but the conversation dies down and morale starts to sink. Right. Doesn't seem like a good thing. Oh, everything aches. I was not made to sleep under such conditions. I can help. There's some tricks to sleeping rough I can show you if you'd like. I do some clever stuff with bundling up jackets and straw if I do say so myself. What do you do, Rayanne? Don't pretend like you're on my level, mate. I assure you I would not dare. You're way up there. I am not. Okay. Right. I forgot the question. How do you like to get comfy in bed? Gotta try harder than that, my guy. No, I mean, no, nope. Oh, boy. Hi. What? Muriel? Honestly, I do genuinely can't believe you freed the prisoners. I can't believe you freed the prisoners. You directly undermined my authority, and then you lied about it. Your authority? I'm coming along with you, Eric. And you need me. But I am my own authority. I'm not here to sabotage you or betray you, but I am going to do what I see as right. You know me well enough to know you signed up for that when you let me come along. I suppose. She's not wrong. Muriel is always going to be Muriel. But look, I came over to talk about them. What? I wasn't listening. That's okay, I wasn't saying anything interesting. Are they going to be like that the whole trip? Pardon? Oh, no, I meant our forest friend. Friends? That's a delightful turn of phrase. How much can you remember of what they said? I suspect the devil will be in the details. A better question, how much could you understand? Well, among the other issues, certainly there was a strange... timbre? I don't know. To their voice. It didn't sound like any accent I've ever heard. Maybe they aren't from anywhere? Or maybe they just don't talk much. But if they aren't related to the Revolutionary Army theory, you think they could be running the show? Wouldn't fit. One would hope the leader would be a little more cautious. I suspect they may be a scout. You know, sneaking around the outskirts, keeping an eye out for people. If we impress them, they might hand us off to the next people up. I suppose. Gracious, the world is big, isn't it? You seem to be holding up well, all things considered. Oh, undoubtedly it was all big and scary, but it's done now, and it's not like it's going to change me. Muriel has always had a marvelous ability to enunciate capital letters. That was easy. I find everything else more alarming. To wit, the lack of knowledge we have pertaining our current circumstances. This forest is figuratively dark. I don't care for that. When I am home on home soil, I'm in my own domain. Very little happens without my knowledge. I've noticed. Of course, I knew that would change when we left, but I didn't know that it would. Okay. One finds themselves looking around, wondering what new avenue trouble will come. From what new avenue trouble will come. Gosh, I really just skip words. Who will appear? Who will question? Who will demand? If we are defined by the company we keep, then what are we becoming? You don't say much interesting, huh? You gotta find a better use for that mouth. Okay. Nevertheless, simply because I do not know my place does not mean I do not know myself. It does not. Okay, fair. One more thing. I've heard Marius mention Rayanne before, and I'm alarmed. Do you know anything about her that I should know? Nothing I think you should know, no. But I know something about Marius, which I am telling you now so you can help. Hopefully. My brother's many things. Subtle is not one of them. It may not be a good idea to leave them alone together for a prolonged amount of time. Right. Between you and me, I doubt he ever expected to have a chance. Good for him? Is it? He's trying very hard to change. He could be a different man this time next week. And that will be good for him? He needs it, desperately. He's asked me for help. I think he's enjoying himself. He was, anyway. I don't know if he should be, but I'm not sure what I should do about it. Honestly, I feel like let's let him make his own mistakes feels appropriate. He's learning. He's growing. You gotta let him make choices. Let him make his own mistakes. It's a valuable learning experience, right? But he's had so many learning experiences like this, and look how they've worked out. That's life. His life. Not your burden to bear. My brother's life is not a No. It's also not your project. I only want to help him change into who he wants to be. He'll never get there without... And what about you? Who do you want to become? What? Nothing. I mean, who I am. Don't change the topic. Don't try to mess with me, Eric Treason. I don't know. Hi, Eric. I need a word. If you don't mind, sister dearest. I bequeath the joy of his company entirely upon you. I'll hurry the others along. Catch up when you're done. Well, goodbye. Hi. How's it going, buddy? You've perked up. I'm over the worst of it. For now. Ooh, boy. You would not believe what just happened. Does it involve Rayanne? I extremely need to talk about this, and for reasons that will soon become clear, you are the best audience I got. But this will get real personal. More personal than you and I get, usually. So I'm giving you a heads up in case you want to back out. Are you down to hear this? Sure. Hit me up. Excellent. Right, so now I'm a few days out of it. All these feelings are coming back. I didn't even notice they were gone all this time. Or if I did, I figured they'd come back eventually, and by now feels like it's been forever. Is this coming on in a good way, or in an, oh my god, having to feel is the worst sort of way? A good way, no doubt about it. Absolutely a good way. And these are, well, the sort of feelings you want to act on, if you get my drift. What, all of them? Not all. Okay. But I woke up this morning and was like, sorry, I just had... Sorry, I couldn't, I saw the opportunity and I had to go for it. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh boy, has this been here for the last couple of years? Where has this been for the last couple of years? Hello. I mean, around the vomiting. Okay, I get your drift. Right, good. So, I gotta act on this while I have it, in case it goes again. But, you know, there aren't many people around at the moment to share a special sort of experience with, except I've known Rayanne for a while, and I've always reckoned she's pretty fantastic. And I talk to her now, and it's like, I feel like given the opportunity, we could really, you know, mate, you thought she was gonna kill us like yesterday. Oh, sure, but that was then, and now I'm lonely. Right. And I don't know if I'd ever have the opportunity in any other life. Huh. Yeah. Just once, into the air. No. Okay. She really wants that gun. So you reckon I should tell her how I feel? No. That is so vague. What am I supposed to take from that? I really wish that there was a, hey man, if you think that is the best, go for it. I don't, you live your life. I guess we'll save, but I think, so I keep giving people mixed messages. But I feel like I'm giving conflicting answers to conflicting people, but I'm gonna say go for it under the logic that, so I told Muriel to leave him alone, let him make his own mistakes, but that was like a, don't meddle in his affairs. He is actively saying like, hey, buddy, I am asking you as a friend, what do you think? And at that point, it's like, okay, yeah, I can chime in on this. Oh, but I'm so very curious to know. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait a second. Is this I have something to say like a? Why don't? I'm curious what this is. I have a thought. I'm gonna choose it. Okay, I'm curious. It's too alluring. I gotta know what it is. Otherwise, I'm gonna be thinking about it for the entire game. Hold your horses. There's something you need to consider before you go ahead with this. Are you accusing me of not thinking this through? You would be correct. Okay, shoot. Okay, good. Okay, there it is. There it is. I was wondering if that was gonna lead to that. I just didn't know if it was gonna be immediate or if it was gonna be a dialogue. I'm gonna say don't rush into anything. I am glad for you, man, but I don't know if racing into this is a good idea. Maybe you should hold off until you know what you're doing. I do know what I'm doing. I don't doubt it, but how long have you known what you're doing? Ouch. 14 hours. You were asleep for some of that. I say hold off getting anyone else involved for a few more days. A few days? You think that'd be neater? Neater than bringing someone else into your situation without knowing what it'll look like tomorrow. That does make sense. I want her to see the best of me, right? If I'm doing this good today, think of where I'll be in a couple of days. That was absolutely what I was thinking, yeah. Sure. And until then? Come on, man. Handle it yourself. Okay. All right, I'll see how that goes. Thanks for the advice, man. I knew I could trust you. Okay, well, I feel like I successfully got through the conversation. As we go deeper into the forest, the road becomes harder to follow. Finally, it disappears entirely into moss and soil. Muriel starts to stagger and sway first. Let me. Leave it. I'm just. Drop it. Keep walking. Can we stop? We don't need to. But what hurry is there? It's a fair point. I don't see why not. Brilliant. It's not so dark yet. We can actually build a campsite. Did we bring proper campsite stuff? Ain't hard. Need some sheets or shit. There's gotta be something useful in one of those bags you've been carrying. Don't you dare. Do not you dare. Okay. Right. Is it just money? Muriel's rolls of fine fabric make very fetching tents. I see. They weren't for using. They were easier to carry than cash. Bit of grime doesn't make them worthless, Mira. You know that. Do not go there, you. I see what you're doing. Not everything is a metaphor. But yes, I suppose so. What sort of beasties do you reckon lurk out here? Oh, no. Someone's got to scavenge up something. Actually, this is something I am good at. Not impressed yet. Brother dear, I don't know if I trust your judgment as it pertains to mushrooms. Oh, and you know so much about edible forest mushrooms? The breadth of my education was expanded after... Oh, those tyrants. Okay. I mind the camp. I'm going to stay too. Maybe have a quick doze. Why do you need a doze when it's night in an hour or two? That is a fair point. Oh, let him be. Eric likes snoozing. It clears my head. Okay. Is it safe? The greatest danger here is us. If something does come up, call out and we'll find you. If you need us. Okay. Ta-ta for now. Hello, Major. The Major drapes a thick cloth over her legs and begins to dismantle her rifle, lining up the neat metal pieces and wiping each piece carefully. Okay. I see. Revolution is messy. She busies herself in the details of a complex mechanism. Have you been involved in one before? Haven't we all? No. Until now. I've thought a lot about it before. The battle is simple enough. It has no air. Whatever happens next is mess. Is work. I'm not afraid of work. Will you be the one doing the work? It's a very good question. One of these two is probably what I feel is how I actually feel in this situation. Let's say if the work I can do is useful. I don't have much to offer though, and the people who should be doing the hard yak have given up. We can't be all of that change on our own. We? There's no we. The mission is yours. Fair enough. If you die, they will be fine. Don't try to kill me. Someone has to stop him. If you don't know what comes next, someone else decides. Civil war is the wrong decision. It is your responsibility to ensure it is not given. You're really drumming up your own experience, aren't you? Hey, I thought I turned that off. Okay. I am trying to believe it. What? Sorry, no problems here. Broke a branch, fell out of a tree, all fine. What on earth were you doing up a tree? Climbing? You? The Major hasn't even looked up from her work on her rifle. Completely unfussed. How did you know that was a false alarm? It's a very good question. Let me guess. Experience again? Yes. Everything all right? Sure. I'm glad you're not hurt. I was trying to climb a tree and the branch snapped right under me. Did it scare you? Did it scare you? Me? A little. The Major knew better, though. Oh. She wasn't concerned that I was in danger? Not a bit? No. Kept her calm. Very cool. Oh, good. 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 Feels like you wanted her to be worried. All right. Well, while I wait for everyone to get back with food, I get the fire started. All right, all right. And guess who got mushrooms? We don't eat well, but well enough. All right. I'll stand guard overnight. Me too. I don't like the thought of them being around. I won't sleep right. No point in 2 guards. We all need sleep. First shift. Then I'll take second. All right. Sounds like a plan. I doze for a while, but between the uncomfortable bedding situation and the weird noises outside, I don't get into a useful frame of mind. Fair. The Major is still polishing her rifle by the fireside. The faint snoring comes from Muriel's tent. As for Rayanne and Marius, no sign of either of them. Maybe they're both sleeping peacefully in their own tents. Right. Somehow I doubt we're going to be that lucky. I huddle up next to the fire. Hi. How's it going? Marius emerges out of the forest. His shirt's creased to hell and back. More than usual. I thought we told you to wait a few days. He's a bit scratched up, like maybe he walked through a bush or 5. Next time I'll try to... Next time? That wasn't nearly... I'll make it work, I promise. I'll make it up to you. You think you can... yeah. Is right. You absolute moron. Hi. Rayanne turns one hand through her hair... runs one hand through her hair carelessly, brushing a few errant leaves to the ground. Chunks of bark are tangled in the furred collar of her jacket. My eyes skip back to Marius. His face is flushed, neck speckled with purple bruises. Oh, you children. At least they didn't do it in camp. I couldn't help but at least try. Was it worth it? It will be. It will be. Right. Oh, get yourself off to bed. See you in the morning. Right. I hope he ends up proud of however that works out. And I hope the rest of us get through whatever it ends up being. Right. I mean, young love, right? That's not love. Oh. I see. She clearly has opinions. It's cold and dark out here. The fire isn't much help. What do people do when they stay awake all night? Maybe I can visualize. Oh, fun, the stranger. R.A. Treason. No, the voice is all wrong. Hi. I am going to tell the others you showed up. You are. You've waited to get me alone, but I'll tell them everything you have to say. You think you know a lot of things. What do you want? It's a very good question. I have tired of my own company. Ah. Is it only you in here then? No actual army? Or is everyone else deeper in? Eager lad, I only said I wanted to watch. You have been watching. When do we pass your test? I have heard the way you speak to your companions, the way they speak to you. You consider yourself soft and warm, but I would like you to put something into words for me, if you don't mind. Okay. Why are you here? Oh gosh. Hold on. I need the definition of depose, because I need to understand how the variation is to remove from office or position, especially high office. Okay. So technically that means just basically dethrone. This is just, hey, we're gonna talk to him. I'm gonna say we're gonna depose Lord Goddard. He's a monster. He can't be allowed to stay in the position he's in. Remove him from the throne and leave the door open? That's your plan? Maybe you should let them know. Might help. We all know what we're here to do. I think that's a laugh. Right. This isn't fair. They can't judge us. Not on this. You'll find he can judge you, and he is. But go on then. String your words together. Everyone wants to change the world, and we can. We actually can. Not yet, but we will. There's not a doubt in my mind. You all want to make the world better? That's why you're here. That's what I said. Even your soldier? Why would the major be different? Airy. What? I'm not here to mess with you. Okay. What are you talking about? It's a very good question. Are you about to reveal yourself? They don't believe in you. I see. Why should they? Your major follows where her skills lead. This is not her first revolution, and it will not be her last. Your Renee snaps at everything in reach. Any grand purpose has been beyond her for years. Your Marius, he wanted out of his town, but he needed security. You offered both. Muriel? Your Muriel. She will not abandon you. Okay. Your friends will let you give everything you have, and then they will take you home. I see. I don't tell you this to stop you. Right. I can't breathe. He gets to his feet. Okay, it is a guy. It's hard to tell who they are. What have you given them, Ari? I don't know if that he was about the stranger or about Eric. Major, wake everyone up. Sir. Okay. Time to tell everybody what's going on. And then he told me that none of you want to be here. Great! Oop, did not mean to scroll up. So, how do you feel about that? How would he know that? Has he been spying on us? Or... It's a very good question. For a given meaning of want and here, depends on what your alternatives are. I am being... Come on, Major. Work with us here. I am being paid. I do want to know what's going to happen next. Right now, there is nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here. I believe in this. I thought you all did too. I believe in being given the opportunity to do something drastic. Why else would we be here? But where's your want? How dare you? You throw our lot in with you, and this we throw our lot in with you, and this is how you repay us? Expecting fanatical devotion to your stupid cause? Our cause. We're going to depose Caudit. Doesn't that matter to you? Otherwise, you're only here for me, and that won't be enough. I don't think it'll be enough for you to all survive. But that's it. That's it, Eric. That really is it. You're trying to be so noble. Stop it. I'm your friend. I'm your friend and I'm here for you. That's enough for me. Enough for me? Major, you better not say you're being paid again. But it's not enough for me. Awkward. I really gotta sleep. Can we do this in the morning? God, yes. All right. Good night. Major, look. I think that was the thing I had to stay up for. I had enough sleep. I'll take it. Thank you. I grabbed the pallet the Major was sleeping on and drag it away from Muriel's tent, towards the fire. Please just let me sleep. Right. Okay, well, that was, interesting. So, not many of them seem to be too enthused about this whole thing. I'm very curious as to how this is going to go. We are going to stop here for now, though, because we're at a pretty good spot. It just seems like every time there's a new day, we just end up ending the episode. It just so happens to be paced that way, apparently. But for now, that is going to be it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down in the comments below and maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode as it comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. But for now, that's it. So, see ya!